Very good evening to everybody on Candid Talks with Vinita Berry, episode 7, Charting and Choosing Subject Streams and Beyond. Candid Talks is an initiative of Priceless Parenting with Vinita Berry, which believes in truly appreciating, accepting, and celebrating uniqueness in each child. We have been running multidisciplinary clinics for children with special needs since last 15 years, and making each child competent is what we strive for. Albert Camus was a famous author and philosopher, and he mused that life is a sum of all your choices. And I'm so sure that each one of you will agree to me that what we are today, the result, we are actually the result of all the good and bad choices that we have made in our lives. There's no one who would never go wrong with one's life, but yes, it's a combination of the decisions we take at different times, and that is how we live the life today. We learn, we unlearn, and that is a 21st century skill, that you learn and you unlearn and you relearn. So that is a continuous process that we go on doing. And the first big decision that a child takes in his or her life is after grade 10. After grade 10, the child is standing on a crossroad where the child is deciding कि मैं क्या subject लूँ, what to do next. Should I take a road that is less travel? Should I take a road or subject which is easier to study? Should I take a plunge in a place where I can go extra mile? मैं थोड़ी मेहनत अभी कर सकता हूँ या नहीं कर सकता? I want to enjoy the school days, or I have a proper vision because of which I will take these subjects. So lesser studies, lesser stress, more studies, depends on the child, his preferences, and a lot more. So to help the children and the parents make wise choices and decisions, we have with us our eminent panelist, Ms. Ritu Kaushik, a counseling psychologist and a career expert. She is a student counselor and soft skills trainer and a behavior science expert with an experience of 22 years to her credit. She is the HOD of psychology and counseling at Diwan Public School, Meerut. She is a registered panel counselor at National Career Service, Directorate General Employment and Training, Government of India. She is a weekly column writer for Dainik Jagran in the Western UP circulation and is the author of Course and Career Options After 12th. There is so much more to her profile, and I'm very sure that you will have wonderful insights from her, and it will actually, the conversation with her help us take better decisions in the life of our children, and actually, help our children to take maybe right decisions for themselves. So we are so proud to welcome you, Ritu ma'am, here on Candid Talks. Welcome on the board.
Thank you so much, Vinita, for such a wonderful introduction. And I'm really honored to share the stage with the Priceless Parenting today, and to share whatever I have observed, experienced during my counseling tenure, during my professional journey, that about how the students should go ahead as far as their career choices are concerned, as far as their study habits are concerned, as far as that what are the steps they should take, or what are the steps they should follow for being successful in life, and what basically is the role of the parents in their journey. So indeed, it is going to be a wonderful experience for me as well to share my views with all the audience and the participants. Because no doubt it is really a very scientific process, because career selection is not something which we can do just like we do the choices for the other aspects of life. It is basically because it is going to be, we are going to decide that it's going to be my life style for the entire life. So we are choosing a lifestyle. We are not only choosing a career, we are exactly choosing a lifestyle which is going to be with us. And I don't know that whether how many of us can be so fortunate enough to take the U-turn, come back and start the journey again. So when we are doing this process, when we are at that particular crossroad, at that particular juncture, where we have to decide that where to go, it should be thoroughly investigated, properly researched, introspection, and all the aspects to be taken care of about the future trends, about the scope, opportunities available, the journey ahead, and these kinds of things. So really going to be a wonderful experience for me as well, that I'm going to share my views on the Priceless Parenting platform, where you all are working so hard and doing such a wonderful work for the social cause. So thank you very much once again.
Yeah,
So
I'm so
yes,
sure
Vinita.
all the, were you saying something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure this is going to be an interesting journey today. I have a small poll for parents and students. Let me just, launch that poll and see what the parents feel about it. So the first question in the poll is, should the parents give importance to the child's preferences and interests in selecting subjects and streams? So parents, I would like to vote as soon as possible. We'll have less than 60 seconds for the poll to be here. And the more you vote, the more we'll feel that you are part of this journey today with us.
I think that the participants will also feel like being connected with the topic, because we all go
Absolutely.
through with this particular stage um, at a particular point of time in life, then when we are supposed to decide for the children, when we are supposed to guide our near and dear ones, that how they should take the road ahead, how they should start their journey, what are all parameters they need to take care when they are selecting the stream, when they are selecting the colleges. All
Yeah.
these things are like it is a part of life of each and every one of us. So definitely, like
Absolutely, absolutely.
they must be
And in
feeling
fact,
connected with
we
the
will get
topic
a
as well,
heads
and going
on
to be a
how
little
to
useful for
what
them
will,
for the as because it's going to be the informative information session, and also yeah.
okay. So I am going to end the poll here and let me share the results. 89% of people who are attending this session say that yes, it is very important to give a child's interest some preference in selecting the subjects. 2%, only 2% say no, and 9% say maybe, that yes, sometimes the child's choice might also go wrong. So I think that's a wonderful start, and we have a nice heads on to go ahead. So Ritu, I want to start with the thing that we have lot of us have heard. It's a saying by Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony used to say that if you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life. So I really feel that this is so important, than loving what you do and enjoying what you do. So in the life of a child, do you think, are there any procedures or strategies by which the parent can inculcate the habit of enjoying studies in a child, where he doesn't feel that it is a burden, he really starts enjoying? So anything you have to say on that?
Yes, definitely, Vinita. It is really a very wonderful question and a very applicable in today's scenario as well, because we all are just after in the competition, in the rat race, that my child should get the best mark or should get the best report card in the class, as well as in my surroundings and the social circle. So that basically is each and every parent is aspiring. And in that process, what I have observed generally, that students are pressurized right from the beginning so much. Students become like they are running from here and there for the tuitions, for the hobby classes, and all these kinds of things, and they are rarely getting any time to enjoy their passion, to enjoy their interest areas and all. So basically they are just doing whatever their parents are telling them to do, or they are just practicing whatever their parents are advising them to do. And in that process, they are really not able to devote time for their interest areas, for their likes and dislikes. And just because of the parents are always worried about the report card, that my child should get the best of the report card in the scenario. And that basic is the process which and generally what happens is most of the time parents used to make it a condition कि अच्छा पहले पढ़ लो उसके बाद खेलने जाना. So right from the beginning the studies have made or is perceiving the study as a feeling that for this particular activity I need to sacrifice lot of enjoyable activities, lot many other creative aspects of my interest, and just one reason that I have to study and achieve good marks. And that basically right from the beginning the child starts being a little disliking for the studies, little like the child is not very comfortable and it becomes a forced choice for the particular child. एंड जैसे जैसे बच्चा बड़ा हो रहा है द पेरेंट्स आर कमिंग विद द कंप्लेंट कि भाई इसका पढ़ने में मन नहीं लगता, पढ़ना तो ये बिल्कुल ही नहीं चाहता, इसका पढ़ने में कंसंट्रेशन ही नहीं होता. एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू कन्वे दिस मैसेज टू द पेरेंट्स दोस हु आर अटेंडिंग टुडे दैट in the junior classes when the child is just in the nursery and in the like the class 1, class 2, class 3, let them enjoy their passion, let them find out that what exactly they are interested in, what exactly they are happy doing about. And once they realize, once they are happy, once they are satisfied and they take the study in a right, they take the study that yes ये भी एक काम है जो मुझे खेलने कूदने के साथ करना है. It should not be कि पहले तुम पढ़ाई करो उसके बाद खेलने जाओगे, अच्छा पढ़ाई नहीं करी तो तुम्हारा आज खेलना कैंसिल. So these kinds of conditioning should not be there because it creates a lot of distaste in the child towards the studies. So I never see like those children who are burdened very much in the beginning or in the junior classes or in the formative years generally about the studies ki nahi, gradually from the studies and parents used to complain that the bachcha padhne mein मन नहीं लगाता. So I just want to request to the parents that please, instead of making it a pressure, instead of making it such a negative experience, such a aversion towards the study, try to make it a more interesting activity. Try to develop that type of attitude in the child that yes, this is my work, I have to do it, ये मेरी responsibility है, मुझे करना है. Those habits to be inculcated, that the child should be aware कि भाई ये मेरा homework है, I need to complete it. It should these negative statements are making the child very aversive towards the studies. And जैसे जैसे वो बड़ा हो रहा है फिर उसका इंटरेस्ट अपनी पढ़ाई से बिल्कुल खत्म होता चला जा रहा है. So interest important is that we need to inculcate the right and you have to do it. And you need to be very consistent also about it, that it should not be that एक दिन तो आपने पढ़ाई के लिए उसको बहुत प्रेशराइज किया, दूसरे दिन आपके घर में कोई एक्टिविटी फंक्शन है या आपको कहीं बाहर जाना है एंड यू जस्ट टोटली फॉरगेट अबाउट द चाइल्ड स्टडीज, आपके मैरिज फंक्शंस हैं या आपके पार्टीज हैं एंड यू आर अवे फ्रॉम द स्कूल फॉर अ लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एंड यू आर जस्ट फॉरगेटिंग अबाउट दैट. सो नीड टू बी अ लिटिल कंसिस्टेंट, नीड टू मेक द चाइल्ड मोर अवेयर एंड मोर sensitized to that this is my work and I need to complete it. So instead of making it a forced choice, give them an opportunity, give them the choice, give them the decision making skill that yes, this is my responsibility and I have to complete it. So this is, I feel that this is really very important, that in the formative years, in the initial years, the study experience should not be aversive for the child. If we as parents want that my child should enjoy
What is this mute sign?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
so make the studies more interesting rather than कि 2 + 2 अगर 4 नहीं हुआ तो बच्चे को डांट पड़ रही है, because the moment the child is being scolded for the smaller mistakes और कोई भी एक गलत जवाब के लिए बच्चे को डांट पड़ी है, मार पड़ी है, and the child starts developing the feeling that I'm not able to do such a +2 भी ठीक से नहीं कर पाया, and that create a lot of low confidence, lot of doubt on the self esteem, and the child starts being aversive towards that particular subject. The child starts hiding the marks, child starts hiding the report cards. All these things basically, these are the interwoven things that because the experience which he or she has got about the performance, and that experience basically affect the personality, and the entire personality gets transformed in that particular direction. If the child is having the positive experiences, definitely he's going to be very positive about the studies as well as the personality temperament. But if studies have made it such a negative experiences, then definitely it affects the personality process as well. So request to the parents that instead of yelling, nagging and labeling the child कि भाई तुमसे तो ये भी नहीं हो पाया, just try to focus कि उसने किया क्या है, क्या अच्छा किया है, and just instead of focusing on the shortcomings, on the mistakes, try to focus on the positive aspects, and gradually in a very subtle manner we can just explain it to the child कि ठीक है इसको तुम ऐसे करते तो शायद और अच्छा होता, and that will keep the child motivated. I hope that I'm able to
I
answer
think
your query, Vinita.
you have answered more than the query. I think it would have been in detail, a lot of insight that would have gone to the parents on how to encourage them to do things and in what pattern to do things, and how to inculcate those habits, keeping in mind their interest level, and also how not to nag and do the parenting around it. So that is really wonderful. But Ritu, tell me one thing. I will give you an example of my son when he was in school. So there was a time, he wasn't good in studies. He never used to study. And I knew, being in this profession, I knew that his intelligence is something else. So I really want to, relate to that example, that I was called by the school. And the school told me that, ma'am, you have been counseling so many people around. Why couldn't you counsel your own child? And the answer I, being a professional, gave was that your pen and paper exams are not good enough to gauge the intelligence of my child. He is intelligent in his own ways, but the education system is not fit enough to gauge his intelligence. But see, I, being a professional, could answer in that form. But for some other parent who is not into this profession, and the school says things like this to the parent, it's very disheartening for the parent in such times. So do you think it is fair enough to judge children based on their results or report cards?
Not at all, Vinita, because these types of experiences which you have quoted right now are just a part and parcel of the academic journey for every parent as well as for the child. Because definitely, yes, the school's evaluation system is not a perfect method to gauge the intelligence or to assess the potential of the child, because there are so many cases when where we have seen that the child was not doing very well in the school system, but after going, like passing out from the school and being in the professional world, the child is doing wonderful. Like whatever profession he or she has taken, the child is doing really excellent. So it
Here,
happens.
I will just interrupt
Yeah.
you for a moment so that I can tell the other parents that how encouraging it was. My child, who had to repeat so many exams before giving his class 12 boards, he got 87% in his 12th standard, and he got 100 and 100 and a chairman's gold medal in one subject. So I think that reconfirmed my belief that yes, intelligence is not something that we can see through the results of the schools or the report cards. So I just wanted to reconfirm that thing to the parents, to be hearty if their children are not doing well.
Exactly, Vinita. Definitely, yes. Because and a lot many congratulations to your son that she proved your belief in such a wonderful manner. And we have seen, like I've seen in this particular professional journey of the career counseling, that many a times it happens that a school is not at all able to assess the exact potential abilities of the child, because our school system is more on the rote memorization base. In fact, same thing had happened with me, like when my child was in class 2. So the teacher called and she said that he has a very poor handwriting in Hindi, and इसके spelling mistakes बहुत होते हैं. So I told her, because I was also being in the profession a little uh, uh, aware about such things. So I told her that he is not going to get any medal for writing a beautiful handwriting and the spellings. Gradually he will improve, because Hindi is supposed to be a little difficult for the small children. So these kinds of experiences definitely there, and it is basically like we need to understand as a parent that definitely yes, the teacher is doing his best his or her duty. Teachers are doing this, just whatever the responsibilities they have been given and the observations they have made, or on the basis of the analysis of the report card, all these kinds of things, like they are giving these kinds of feedbacks and all. But as a parent, I need to be very aware and very introspective that whether I'm being governed when I'm dealing with my child, I'm being governed by the feedback given by the teacher, by my image in the society, by the fear that what relatives will say about, or what the neighbors will say, or how their children are performing, or I need to be aware that what are the potentials in my child. मुझे एज अ पेरेंट ये बात जानना ज्यादा जरूरी है कि मेरा बच्चा कैसा कर रहा है. ठीक है, टीचर के पास एक सिस्टम है, इट इज अ सिस्टम वेयर more than 50 students are studying, and each and every student has a different caliber, but उनको assess करने का तरीका एक सा है. So it is quite possible that my child was not able to perform at that particular time in a very wonderful manner as per the school norms. ठीक है, so we need to make the child aware that yes, ये चीजें भी जरूरी है, तुमको करना है, but it should not be that as a parent my handling should be governed and influenced by the feedback I am receiving from the people or from the society or from the teacher for that matter. Rather it should be that what are my observations for my child. मेरे ऑब्जर्वेशंस क्या हैं, मैंने अपने बच्चे को कैसे जज किया है, उसके पोटेंशियल्स मैंने क्या ऑब्जर्व किए हैं. सो इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द पेरेंट टू ऑब्जर्व फर्स्ट, because teacher has a 50 plus students to look after or observe. So I have only one or two children at home to take care about. So as a parent pehle wo mujhe pata hona chahiye ki uske talents kya hain, uske abilities kya hain. And of course yes, because ye syllabus hai ya ek curriculum hai which child is supposed to follow, तो उस करिकुलम को पूरा करना तो जरूरी है, बट उसके चक्कर में या उसके कंपटीशन में इट शुड नॉट बी द इनजस्टिस विद द चाइल्ड कि उसको उसके कैलिबर को एक्सप्लोर करने का मौका ना मिले. ठीक है, क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा अगर क्लास 2 में या क्लास 3 में उसको 10 में से 2 मार्क्स मिल गए मैथ में, या 10 में से 4 मार्क्स मिल गए इंग्लिश में. कौन सा उसको क्लास 2 के बाद जाके सीधा पीएचडी में अपीयर करना है या सिविल सर्विसेज के एग्जाम्स देने. दिस इज हार्डली, बेसिकली इट इज द मेथड ऑफ प्रमोटिंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्लास. So important is that in these formative years we need to inculcate as a parent in the child the like those skills of decision making, critical thinking, problem solving, कि उसके जो ये छोटे छोटे लाइफ के प्रॉब्लम्स है वो उन प्रॉब्लम्स को कैसे डील कर रहा है, वो कैसे इस चीज को एक्सेप्ट कर पा रहा है दैट मेरे मार्क्स इस तरीके के आ रहे हैं. सो आई नीड टू लाइक डील विद माय एफर्ट्स इन अ मोर ब्यूटीफुल मैनर, या मुझे अपने मार्क्स की कंप्लेंट को कैसे लेना है, मुझे कहाँ इंप्रूव करना है. सो this awareness is needed to be inculcated in the child. So it is not going to affect much कि अगर उसको क्लास 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 तक थोड़े कम नंबर मिल जाएंगे तो उससे कुछ उसके एकेडमिक्स पे या उसके कैलिबर पे फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. उसके कैलिबर पे फर्क तब पड़ेगा जब एज अ पेरेंट आई स्टार्ट डाउटिंग ऑन द कैलिबर, आई स्टार्ट पुटिंग हिम और हर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर रैट रेस कि नहीं मार्क्स ही सब कुछ है. सो in that particular situation what will happen is that मैं उसके सारे creativity को kill करके I will just put him in that particular scenario जहाँ पे उसको marks के पीछे भागना है, उसको हिंदी भी रटना है, उसको social science भी रटना है, उसको science भी रटना है, and in most of the situations even math भी रटना है. बहुत सारे बच्चों के, बहुत सारे parents के I have seen that instead of making it to the child or explaining it to the child that math and science is the subject which is supposed to be more understanding based, which is supposed to be more analysis based. So what they do in the race of that, my child should get 50 out of 50 in math. So step by step the procedures are just बच्चे ने याद कर लिए, and एक भी step अगर गलत हुआ that the child is not able to do well in the exams. So this is basically the formative years should be in such a manner where as a parent I should not be much governed by what the report cards are saying about my child, as well as if it's not going to make much of the difference if the teacher is saying that आपके बच्चे ने इंग्लिश में ठीक नहीं किया या मैथ में ठीक नहीं किया. Important is that the child should realize this importance that yes, ये मेरा होमवर्क है, मुझे कंप्लीट करना है, ये मेरे स्कूल का काम है, मुझे कंप्लीट करना है, ये मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, मुझे मैथ को भी पढ़ना है, मुझे इंग्लिश को भी पढ़ना है. So this realization to be developed in the formative years is much more important than just chasing the marks and chasing the grades that how exactly the child is doing in that particular. So I just want to tell the parents that it is really essential that हमें बच्चे को जो वो है, जो वो उसके कैपेबिलिटीज हैं, जो उसके पोटेंशियल्स हैं, उसको उन चीजों के साथ एक्सेप्ट करना जरूरी है, रादर देन अगर वो इतने मार्क्स ले आएगा तो वो मेरे लिए ज्यादा द स्टेटस सिंबल होगा या ज्यादा. Definitely yes, each and every parent, like all the parents are very affectionate and very caring about their child, but kahin na kahin as a parent hamare perceptions, hamare behavior start being governed by the feedback we receive from the schools or the feedback we receive from the report cards. So it is like, and in today's scenario जबकि marks का pressure इतना ज़्यादा है, जबकि students के ऊपर stress इतना ज़्यादा है, competitive scenarios इतने difficult हैं, so in this situation it is really essential to work on the self-esteem, self-confidence, problem-solving abilities. So in सारी चीजों में during the formative years pay more attention rather than just chasing the marks and being worried and guided by the feedbacks which we get from the school and the teachers. So
I totally agree that making them feel responsible for themselves and their deeds is a very important part that a parent can play. And most important is how the parent responds to such things. If the child fails or succeeds, gets good marks or bad marks, what is the parent's response? That takes a long lead in deciding how the child is going to become resilient, is going to bounce back. I think those things are really important. It's a two-way journey, and it has to be a collaborative, thing between the two-way street between the parent and the child. So, we have been answering a lot of questions. Let's jump on to the big question of today that we are here from so for some children, it's from grade 9 only that now children start choosing their streams. It's not unlike our times when you used to, select a stream in grade 11. Now the children also have opportunities from grade 9. And with the new education policy, I think many changes are going to come. But still, do you still feel that, it is a very important decision? And when making these decisions, I feel somewhere some children and some parents do make mistakes. So can you highlight on what kind of mistakes do children and parents make most of the times in selecting the streams and the subjects?
Yes, Vinita, very interesting question, because every year during the time of subject selection process, we deal with this very important issue. Generally, parents and children, because this scenario is still there in India, this stereotyped thought process is still there in India, that first choice is PCM. My child should study PCM. I'm not much bothered about कि अगर मेरा बच्चा अभी तक साइंस एंड मैथ में बहुत अच्छा नहीं कर रहा, no matter what, but I want PCM, because अगर PCM नहीं मिला तो फिर शायद बच्चे के लिए मुश्किल आएगी, आगे करियर ऑप्शंस खत्म हो जाएंगे एंड सो ऑन. अगर पीसीएम नहीं तो चलिए कम से कम पीसीबी तो दे ही दीजिए, बायोलॉजी से कुछ अच्छा करियर कर लेगा. ओके, अगर बायोलॉजी भी नहीं मिलता है देन द कॉमर्स विद मैथ इज द थर्ड चॉइस. एंड कॉमर्स अगर पढ़ना है तो मैथ तो पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा, मैथ नहीं किया तो फिर I, as a parent, I am not ready to realize, not ready to introspect that if my child is finding math as a problem area, if my child is finding science as a problem area since the beginning, then how the child will cope with the pressure, with the difficulty level of the subject, which is going to increase in manifold. As the child is proceeding from class 9, 10 to 11th and 12th, the difficulty level is increasing like anything. And I'm not ready to be acceptable about कि मेरा बच्चा अब तक तो इस सब्जेक्ट में डिफिकल्टी उसको महसूस हो रही थी, ट्यूशंस के बाद भी उसका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत ठीक नहीं हो पा रहा था, वो हर बार नर्वस हो रहा था, हर बार परेशान हो रहा था, but still I'm adamant that my child should go for this PCM. So I just want to request to the parents and suggest to the parents being in this field since last 20 plus years कि please parent इस चीज को ध्यान में रखिए, इस चीज को ऑब्जर्व करिए दैट आपके बच्चे का कोर एरिया क्या है, आपके बच्चे का इंटरेस्ट एरिया क्या है. बहुत जरूरी है कि एज अ पेरेंट हमें ये पता हो कि उसका टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग क्या है, उसका लर्निंग स्टाइल क्या है, क्या वो विजुअल लर्नर है या वर्बल लर्नर है, क्या वो ग्रुप लर्नर है या सॉलिटरी लर्नर है, क्या वो लॉजिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाला है या वो म्यूजिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग वाला है. So all these intelligence levels which the Gardner has beautifully defined. So as a parent मुझे ये observations में होना चाहिए कि मेरे बच्चे का learning style क्या है. And after the learning style, it is really essential to know that what my child's aptitude is. उसका एप्टीट्यूड कहाँ है, क्या उसका रियलिस्टिक बेंट ऑफ माइंड है या उसका इन्वेस्टिगेटिव बेंट ऑफ माइंड है, उसका म्यूजिकल बेंट ऑफ माइंड है या उसका इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स ज्यादा अच्छे हैं या इंट्रापर्सनल स्किल्स ज्यादा अच्छे. सो इम्पोर्टेंट इज फर्स्ट टू आइडेंटिफाई द इंटरेस्ट एरिया, the learning style area and the aptitude as well as the personality type to know. And after understanding the entire process, then we should go forward for the stream selection process. So it is really essential that when I'm at the stage of deciding which subject I should go for, first I need to realize I should have a few short-term goals as well as I should have some long-term goals. The short-term goals should be that what exactly I'm going to opt, and after that particular on the basis of that particular subject, what should be my percentage target in the class 9th and 10th as well as in the 11th and 12th. So बचपन में तो हमें टारगेट मार्क्स का नहीं होना है, बचपन में हमारा टारगेट होना है हमारे पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट का, हमारे कोर स्किल्स डेवलपमेंट का, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स के डेवलप करने का. And when I'm moving towards the second senior classes, the target should be that of course yes, मुझे इतने marks चाहिए to get admission in the good and reputed college. If I have opted the PCM or the PCB, my target marks should be this. Only on the basis of that, I'm going to be eligible to appear for the entrance exam. And because it is a journey, jabki with the 10th and 11th, the students start preparing for the other competitive exams, be it engineering, be it medical, be it CLAT, be it fashion designing. So the child starts preparing for those exams as well. So I need to pay attention to कि अगर मेरे बच्चे ने कॉमर्स विद मैथ पढ़ा है या पढ़ रहा है तो will he or she be able to pay enough attention for the CLAT preparation, or if the child is studying for the PCM along with PCMB, PCM and PCMB का combination उसके पास है, तो will he or she be able to pay enough attention and the focus on whether he is or she is willing for the engineering entrance or for the medical entrance. So it is really a very scientific journey जिसमें हमें ये देखने की जरूरत है कि मेरा पर्सनालिटी टाइप क्या है या बच्चे का पर्सनालिटी टाइप क्या है, उसका एप्टीट्यूड क्या है, उसका इंटरेस्ट एरिया क्या है, and on the basis of that उसका टारगेट क्या है. On the basis of that, after doing the thorough research, I need to decide that मेरे बच्चे को किस तरीके के सब्जेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशंस में जाने की जरूरत है. It is also really very essential that ये मुझे पता हो कि for example the child is appearing for the PCB, उस बच्चे ने PCB लिया है and the planning to go and appear for the NEET exam and other medical entrance exams, and somehow the child won't be able to get through with the exam, या अगर उसका अपने competitive exam में selection नहीं हुआ, then what should be the plan B? So always there should be a plan B कि अगर ये नहीं तो ये, because it is really very essential that हमारे पास हमेशा एक backup plan जरूर हो बच्चे के लिए, so that एक ये जो disappointment है ये ना हो, because we are aware the competitive scenarios are really tough and we need to be very focused as far as the preparation is concerned. So जब हम stream selection की बात करते हैं तो it is really essential that I should take care the previous classes report cards, I should take care the aptitude of my child, I should take care the interest patterns, I should know the personality dynamics कि मेरा बच्चा अगर बहुत introvert है और वो साइंस पढ़ना चाहता है, एक इन्वेस्टिगेटिव बेंट ऑफ माइंड का बच्चा है, तो क्या ये उसके लिए ठीक है, या मेरा बच्चा इंट्रोवर्ट है और मैंने उसको किसी ऐसे वाले प्रोफेशन में डाल दिया जहां पर उसको पीपल इंटरेक्शन बहुत ज्यादा है, तो will he or she be able to cope up with the pressure? So while doing or while at that particular crossroad where I have to decide about my subject selection, I need to be very focused about the entire dynamics about the subject, the future trends in that particular subject, because जो भी सब्जेक्ट हम पढ़ रहे हैं वो हम इमीडिएटली आने वाले 5 साल बाद के लिए नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. आई एम स्टडिंग दैट सब्जेक्ट after 10 years from now, like I'm going to start practicing in that particular subject or in that particular professional field after 10 years from now or 15 years from now and the rest of the time. So क्या उसका trend उतना ही dominant होने वाला है या उतना ही flourish करने वाला है या I am expecting कि इसमें कुछ downfalls आने वाले. So these are the parameters which are really essential that I should be aware about the child's aptitude, the personality pattern, the learning style, the interest, the goals, and the options available in that particular stream of the subject. And of course, yes, the emotional quotient as well. Because every year we see that quota is the place where we hear a very unpleasant news every year, like many of the students who go there for preparing for the competitive exams या इसके coachings के लिए जाते हैं and they are not able to bear with the pressure. They feel that they are not meant for this particular competitive preparation, and they are doing it just for the sake that parents are willing for that, and that creates a lot of stress on them and they are not able to bear with that, and they end up committing suicide. Every year we used to hear such unpleasant news very often. So it is really essential that before a career, the child is very important. The child is the most important, and I should decide each and everything about my child by considering the personality pattern, the emotional quotient in the child, the aptitude, interest, personality type, and the style of learning my child is having. And only after analyzing all these things, I should make a decision that this stream is going to be more beneficial for my child and is having more options available. And accordingly, we should make the decision.
I think that is very interesting, and people will take care of all these things. But one thing, that I want to say, it is not always that the child is not able to do good in the subject. That is the reason that we don't want him to take that thing कि हमारा बच्चा आज तक बायोलॉजी में अच्छा नहीं किया, इसलिए बायोलॉजी नहीं दिलाएंगे. Because there are times, when at the school level, the child hasn't even tapped his potential. The child doesn't know that he would be interested later on. But since our education system is different, like if you go in other countries, even if the child has done English in the undergrad level and the child has the caliber towards sciences, the child has ways to get into medical schools. But here we do not have those opportunities. So it is not always the thing that the child is not able to perform. We really need to consider, as you said, the different personality types, the styles, learning styles, and the pluses, minus, the strengths and weaknesses of the child when we are taking care. So another question that I want to address to you is, when we used to study, arts used to be a very underrated stream. Very underrated. We used to feel कि जिन बच्चों ने पढ़ना नहीं है, those who want to take it very easy should opt for arts. But yes, the trend is changing, and I see most of the most intelligent people, most intelligent children opting for arts because you have such a wonderful, career options also related to it. So one, I would like to ask you your insight on how about taking arts. And the second question is related to something that you said just some time back, that the professions are changing. Now if you say that if I want to become a neurosurgeon, I know that 10-15 years down the line a robot will be doing a surgery in 3 minutes, the surgery that I will take maybe 13 hours to do. So the trend is changing, the trend is going to change, and in coming times all the professions are going to be different. So what do you think about these two things?
Definitely, this is the first question about the humanities or the art stream. Is really we all the psychology students had gone through it because each and every member of the family as well as in the surroundings कि अच्छा बेटा क्या कर रहे हो जी humanities लिया humanities अच्छा देखो ठीक से पढ़ाई किया होता तो साइंस मिल जाती ये तो वीक बच्चे लेते हैं क्यों ह्यूमैनिटीज लेना सो इस तरीके का एक second grade citizenship we all had faced in our time when we were choosing the streams, but definitely yes, the scenario has really changed. And there was a survey done by Hindustan Times in 2019 in Mumbai and the surrounding area, and where 36,000 students have participated in that. And it was found that amazingly 74% plus students have reported that they are more interested in humanities. Before elaborating this question, I would like to share one experience of mine. I had one student, a very wonderful, very bright child, the school topper from ICSC board, and she shifted to the CBSE board for class 11th and 12th. Both the parents were the leading doctors of Meerut, and they were very much interested that the girl should, she was the only child, that girl should go for science stream, but she was adamant that usko humanities padhna hai. And the parents came that madam bhai isko counsel kariye, because itna bada hamara empire hai, usko kaun dekhega, and all these kinds of things. But she was very adamant ki nahi nahi, mujhe humanities hi padhna hai. And she did so well, and at present she is getting all the wonderful big projects, like the recent new Ramayana serial. She got an opportunity to do the costume design for this particular serial, and she has many other big projects to her credit. So this is how that basically the attitude is yet not changed even with the educated parents. We still feel that humanities में options नहीं हैं. But yes, students are inclined towards this stream, because now they are realizing, even the bright students are realizing that humanities offer them a variety of combinations as far as the job scenarios are concerned, as far as the subject combinations are concerned. And of course, humanities is having a upper edge as far as the competitive exams are concerned. So each and every subject in humanities, as a career counselor, I should say that each and every subject in humanities offer a complete career ahead, which is not really very much possible in sciences. Because in science is basically, humanities is I find more challenging in today's scenario, because humanities में आपको comprehend करने के लिए ज़्यादा है. Humanities is dealing with the human situations. Humanities is dealing with the social scenario, जहाँ पे कोई ground rule नहीं है, कोई fixed rule नहीं है that we have to solve this issue in this particular manner. We have to devise, or the humanities students need to be so innovative कि उनको अपने आप से devise करना है कि इस situation में उन्हें कैसे handle करना है. Whereas in science and technology or in commerce, we have a certain parameters to go ahead and investigate. So in this particular situation, I should say that humanities has really growing very well, with a variety of combinations available. And particularly this option of the liberal courses. Liberal courses has made the journey even more interesting, that the child is able to pursue the variety of combinations कि अगर उसको एक humanity का subject लेना है तो उसको वो pair कर सकता है science के साथ. So this has given really a very wonderful opportunity to the students. And humanities, I think that it is really option जो कि आपको life को understand करने में मदद करता है, जो कि आपको ज्यादा एनालिटिकल बनाता है, ज्यादा अडेप्टेबल बनाता है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स यस, कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रिपरेशन में तो इट इज कवरिंग अ एंटायर बिग सिलेबस एज फार एज द जनरल studies is concerned, because it covers all the history, geography, civics and economics. A big section is covered with the help of the humanities. So humanities is offering the variety of career options with each and every subject in that. And apart from that, like only with the Navy and Air Force, you are restricted. Yeah, you cannot become the engineer or the doctor, but all other fields are open for the humanities students. Like they can go and make the career and pursue their choices in the other streams as well. So there is no more a drawback कि अगर humanities पढ़ा है तो आगे के career options बंद हो जाएंगे, या आगे हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा choices नहीं होंगी. It is only for the parents to change the mindset कि नहीं, अब ऑप्शंस हैं, बहुत सारे ऑफ बीट करियर्स हैं जिसमें कि ह्यूमैनिटीज के बच्चे बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं, एंड दे आर रियली मेकिंग देयर नेम इन दोज सिचुएशंस. सो वी नीड टू चेंज एज अ पेरेंट व्हेन वी आर लुकिंग एट द सब्जेक्ट स्ट्रीम्स, एंड need to be more open, more flexible, more aware. We need to do more researches that what all the coming options and the offbeat careers are emerging. So even the science के बच्चे भी जर्नलिज्म में आ रहे हैं, साइंस के बच्चे भी डिजाइनिंग में आ रहे हैं, साइंस के बच्चे भी प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन में आ रहे हैं, फैशन डिजाइन में आ रहे हैं. So that means that this is the stream which is really attracting the major chunk of the students, and they are definitely contributing a lot in this particular stream.
And I believe, life itself is a journey where you keep on experimenting and exploring. Sometimes you feel that, yes, you are not in the right profession, you're not happy, and you change. Even at, our age, some people change their streams and they are successful. So I think to be successful, it's not the academics, but there are so many other skills, and the skill set is really important, to make you succeed and make you feel content and happy in your life. And there was a parent, I generally take the question answers in the last, but there was a parent who just wrote that we generally have a mindset, if the children do engineering kind of subjects, they start earning very quickly the moment they finish their college. But then it doesn't happen in the other streams. So what do you have to say? I think you've covered most of it, but yes, still,
Uh,
anything you want to say on this?
See, Vinita, this question is talking more about the soft skills and the other life skills, because it is really essential that, being in this particular area and observing the job trends and scenarios, uh, it is really difficult nowadays to say that engineering graduate is going to start earning satisfactorily immediately after the course completion, whereas the humanities graduate or the commerce graduate are still struggling. No, it is not the scenario right now, because these days the time has changed, the trend is changing, and now even after the btech, even after the medicine, students are struggling. 2 years back, there was a reported incident that even the IIT Madras student had committed suicide. There was a big agitation for the civil engineering students because they were unemployed even from the campus. Like the IIT Madras could not offer them desired placement. So it is not that only the degree is the confirmed ticket for the employment and for the good monetary status. It is really essential that whether the child has learned those skills required in that particular profession. So every year when we are talking about even the fashion or the journalism or the legal professions, everywhere people are eligible only with the help of the core degree. The core degree is making them eligible to enter into a job competitive scenario. But whether to get through with the job or not able to crack the interview, that entirely depends upon what type of skill set the child is having. So important is that whatever course I am doing, the course should be as per my temperament. There was the incident, the Times of India in 2018 reported that there were the jobs for, I should say, that the peon's job, बैंक में चपरासी की नौकरी के लिए there were thousands and thousands application of the PhD holders. So basically the PhD holders, the postgraduates, engineers, doctors, they had even applied for the job of the peon in the bank. The scenario was similar in Rajasthan also. There were 129 engineers, 23 lawyers, and the chartered accountants applied for the job of the peons and the uh, for example, like these are the jobs जहाँ पे class 4 or 5 की qualification required है, and the people, such a highly qualified people have applied. So it is not a guarantee that if I am a doctor, if I am an engineer, if I am advocate, so I'm going to make money out of my profession unless and until I'm pairing that profession with my aptitude, with my skill set. If I'm good at, as far as the job skills are required, then definitely there is no dearth as far as the payments are concerned, no dearth as far as the employment is concerned. The big gap is that in India, people are going for the profession just as a rat race, because हर कोई जा रहा है तो मुझे भी उस भीड़ में जाना है. Everybody is going for the engineering courses, so I should also go. मुझे भी PCM पढ़ना है और मुझे भी इंजीनियर बनना है. So I'm least bothered about कि मैंने जिस इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज से प्रोफेशन का अपना क्वालिफिकेशन किया है, उस कॉलेज का प्लेसमेंट स्टैटिस्टिक्स क्या है, या उस कॉलेज में मेरे वो स्किल्स डेवलप हो पा रहे हैं या नहीं हो पा रहे. So we need to be very focused as far as the skill set development is concerned when we are talking about the success in the professional world. So professional success is not being guaranteed by the degree in particular. It is only comes with the skills, the aptitude, the temperament, the talent required in that particular field. So it is really a myth कि भाई इंजीनियरिंग कर लिया है तो नौकरी मिल ही जाएगी, या क्लैट कर लिया है तो अब मेरी प्रैक्टिस अच्छी चल ही जाएगी, या मैंने निफ्ट से फैशन डिजाइन कर लिया है तो मेरा डिजाइनिंग का बुटीक अच्छा चल ही जाएगा. It is really interested that I cannot be a good designer unless and until I have those creative skills in my personality. So I need to find out that whether those skills I have or not. Only on the basis of that, I should start pursuing the particular career. And that basically is one of the reasons why it is really essential that while choosing the stream, I should be very much particular. I should be very much aware as a child as well as as a parent that मेरे skill set उस particular profession में कितने हैं या उस particular field के लिए कितने हैं. I'm a very introvert person and I choose a profession or a course in the legal scenario. So will I be able to go and do the arguments in the court? Will I be able to go and do the discussion with my clients? So it is really essential. And of course, yes, the report cards are not exactly the parameter for going for the particular type of a profession. And that's why I used to suggest to the parents कि be observant about your child. कि क्या हो सकता है स्कूल में वो मैथ में बहुत अच्छा ना करे या बायो में बहुत अच्छा ना करे, but do you find your child being very innovative in day-to-day life activity? Do you find your child to be very observant, very keen observer in the day-to-day life activity? Do you find your child being so independent in doing his or her activities or responsibilities? Because I generally see that अगर बच्चे का काम छूट गया है तो mothers are sitting at the reception and school reception and just noting down the work. What exactly are you giving to your child? You are just trying to make the child dependent on you. So it is really essential to work on the core skills right from the beginning so that yours as well as your child's journey in terms of the profession, in terms of the stream selection and in the job market is going to be more smooth, more wonderful and more successful as far as the monetary aspects are concerned and the personal satisfaction is concerned. So I think that I'm able to answer the question of your parent.
Hopefully, yes. I agree that skill set is most important. And, sometimes, as you rightly said, a child might not perform good in math, but then he would be very calculative. So it depends on, what kind of caliber the child has. But there's another trend that I've seen, the parents have started sending children to the job-oriented courses or the, college-oriented courses like the FITGI classes, or some classes start in grade 5 and 6. So what is your opinion on that? Do you think the parents should push their children to start, selecting about being choosy about their subjects at such a young age and start courses like this?
Really not. They should not. This is really a very big injustice with a child. Class 5, 6, 7, 8 is the stage where the child should be given an opportunity to explore, to understand the passion, to understand the interest area, rather than being pressurized कि भाई अब तुम इस वाले coaching में चले जाओ, अब तुम उस वाले coaching में चले जाओ, because it is basically what these coachings are doing to the child is they are giving them the easy method to solve the mathematical problems. They are giving them the easy method to solve the physics equations, whereas the child at this particular stage should be given an opportunity that उसको करके देखने दो. Don't give them the shortcut कि इस equation को, इस problem को इस तरीके से shortcut से solve करके जल्दी हम speed, because these coachings are more towards the speed as far as the performance is concerned, because these competitive exams are basically focusing on the speed part as far as the performances, math, physics and chemistry is concerned. So this is the stage जबकि class 5, 6, 7, 8 जब बच्चे को करके देखना चाहिए, उसको पता चलना चाहिए कि इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करने का इलैबोरेट प्रोसीजर क्या है, rather than giving them the shortcuts, because shortcuts are not very much according to the academic syllabus run in the school, and the child is finding himself or herself a little mismatch in the school scenario because the child is understanding something different in the coaching and entirely opposite in the school, because the school pattern is elaborate on the elaborative side, whereas coaching pattern is more on the ready-made solutions. So this is really not the right age to send the child. Of course, yes, जब बच्चा class 9, 10th में आ जाए and start try to make the child मोर अवेयर, उसके कुछ गोल सेटिंग में आप मदद करिए, उसको उसके साथ बैठ के टाइम स्पेंड करिए, ट्राई टू डिस्कस दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द चाइल्ड इज प्लानिंग फॉर द फ्यूचर, अपने ऑब्जर्वेशंस उसके साथ शेयर करिए दैट नो यू आर गुड इन दिस, तुमने ये काम भी बहुत अच्छा किया था, तुम इन चीजों को ज्यादा एंजॉय करते हो. सो जस्ट हेल्प विद द डिस्कशन to make the clarity or to reach the clarity that exactly the what direction is going to be more suitable for the child, and accordingly just make the target कि ठीक है, अगर तुमको क्लैट के लिए जाना है तो तुमको इस तरीके की प्रिपरेशंस में क्लास 9th ऑनवर्ड्स जाना पड़ेगा. अगर तुमको इंजीनियरिंग के लिए जाना है तो यू नीड टू फोकस मोर ऑन द पीसीएम एंड the science subjects. If you want to go for the designing part, तो तुम थोड़ा टाइम अपने sketching को, अपनी creative aspects को जरूर दो, because designing is not something which can be picked up overnight. So it is supposed to be the really for the like the good time is supposed to be devoted into that. So it is really essential that by the time the child is reaching to class 9, तब एक बार बैठ के as a parent हमें बात करने की जरूरत है that these are your skill set, these are your talents, your potentials, and I think that we should think about to make this as a career option or the subject stream for, and accordingly you start. For example, you want to go for the civil services, so start paying attention to the general studies and basic NCERT books right from class 9th onwards, so that by the time जब तुम्हारा graduation होगा तब तक तुम्हारा general knowledge पर एक general studies पर एक अच्छा command हो जाएगा. So according to me, as a career counselor, it is really not advisable to send a child to the different coaching right from class 5 and 6 onwards. This is the time जबकि बच्चे को अपने skills को पता करने की जरूरत है, explore करने की जरूरत है, कुछ नया करके देखने की जरूरत है, कुछ innovate करने की जरूरत है, rather than just being there and pressurized for the coachings and the competitive pressures right from the beginning.
I totally agree, and I feel, you know, if the parents assist the child in opting for some subjects in 11th 12th, it is always better to evaluate them कि वो करने से क्या क्या आप achieve करोगे, what kind of job or what kind of, you know, college courses that you can opt for after that, and with those college courses what kind of opportunities, job opportunities that will be there. So you need to have that progressive thinking and then do the, you know, reverse planning for it accordingly. And in all this, I would want you to elaborate a little bit on what kind of soft skills and life skills do you think are important for a child, so that, you know, the child is successful in whatever stream he takes up or whatever subject he opts for.
Yes, Vinita, this is really a very interesting question, because life skills and soft skills are more essential than the hard skill. Because आपका जो core skill है या hard skill है, वो आपको job में entry point तक लेके जाता है, that you have become eligible to appear for that particular type of interview process or that particular type of job opportunity you are eligible to apply for. बट उस जॉब में आपका सिलेक्शन होना एंड उस जॉब में टिके रहना एंड टू गेट द प्रमोशन इज entirely dependent upon your soft skills and your life skills. And it is not only from the point of view of the job or the professional point of view that these skills are required. I think that these skills are required in the like in the on the everyday basis. हर दिन हमें कहीं ना कहीं कुछ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग करना पड़ता है अपने डेली लाइफ में, अपने सोशल लाइफ में, पर्सनल लाइफ में. एवरी डे वी कम अक्रॉस टू वन और द अदर प्रॉब्लम वेयर वी नीड टू एक्सरसाइज आवर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल. I need to be decisive, like what option to take. And it is really essential that right from the beginning, the child should be given an opportunity to make the decisions for himself or herself. कोई पहाड़ नहीं टूट जाएगा अगर बचपन में बच्चे का एक या दो डिसीजंस गलत हो गए. क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा अगर उसने अपने डिसाइड किए हुए कलर कॉम्बिनेशन के कपड़े पहन लिए? क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा उसने अगर अपने डिसाइड किए हुए टॉयज के साथ खेल लिया? But as a parent, we become so conscious that we don't try to, or we never try to give this liberty to the child. और हमेशा हम बच्चे के लिए डिसाइड करते हैं right from the beginning, and that basically is killing that decision making skill in the child. और जब बच्चा बड़ा हो जाता है तब वो डिसीजन लेने में कई बार कोई ब्लंडर कर देता है, and then as a parent I am not ready to accept कि वो ब्लंडर मेरी वजह से हुआ था, मैंने ही उसके डिसीजन मेकिंग को like decision making is such a core skill, such an essential skill that right from the beginning it should be there in the child. उसको अपने छोटे छोटे डिसीजंस लेने दो, उसकी गलतियां होने दो, उन गलतियों को बाद में एक्सप्लेन करके उसे सिखाओ कि ठीक है बेटा, इसको अगर ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करते तो शायद हम ये सेफ साइड में आ जाते. एंड कई बार बच्चे अपने करियर में गलत डिसीजंस ले लेते हैं, कई बार अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में गलत डिसीजंस ले लेते हैं, एंड दैट बेसिकली क्रिएट सच अ बैड सिचुएशन फॉर देम. सो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट दैट डिसीजन मेकिंग, वो जॉब मुझे लेना है नहीं लेना, इस कोर्स में मुझे जाना है नहीं जाना, मुझे इस सब्जेक्ट को कितना टाइम देना है, दूसरे सब्जेक्ट को कैसे बैलेंस करना है. सो ये बच्चे के डिसीजन मेकिंग्स हैं जो कि बचपन से उसके अंदर अगर है तो बच्चा उसको ज्यादा अच्छे से परफॉर्म करेगा. Adaptability is needed to be inculcated in the child, because आज के टाइम में हमारे पास ज्यादातर एक या दो बच्चों का पैटर्न है, like we have only either a single child or the two children at home, and in that particular situation children are not very adaptable in the social situation, because जनरली होता क्या है, जब हम लोग स्कूल सेटिंग में भी काम करते हैं तो वी यूज टू सी दैट बच्चे एक दूसरे की कंप्लेंट लेके बहुत आते हैं. इवन पेरेंट्स यूज टू कम कि उसने उसको छेड़ दिया था, उसने उसको परेशान कर दिया था. Because what happens is each and every child, हर बच्चा अपने घर में अपने माँ बाप की आंखों का तारा है, हर बच्चा अपने घर में अपने फैमिली में अपने पेरेंट्स की आंख का तारा है. लेकिन जब बच्चा स्कूल में आता है तो एक टीचर के पास कई सारे तारे हो जाते हैं, एंड टीचर इज नॉट एबल टू पे इनफ अटेंशन, सफिशिएंट अटेंशन टू ऑल द चिल्ड्रन, एंड दैट क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ हैसल एंड एडजस्टमेंट प्रॉब्लम्स. एंड ये एडजस्टमेंट प्रॉब्लम्स यही खत्म नहीं होते. जब हम प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में जाते हैं तो भी हमें पता है कि हमें लोगों के साथ एडजस्ट करना है, और वो मुझे आता नहीं, बिकॉज आई हैव नेवर बीन टोल्ड और आई हैव नेवर बीन ट्रेन्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन. एंड फिर क्या होता है कि हमारे ये प्रॉब्लम्स बढ़ जाते हैं. अच्छा, उसने मेरे काम का क्रेडिट अपने ऊपर ले लिया, अच्छा मैं उसे हेल्प क्यों करूं, अगर मैंने उसे हेल्प किया तो उसके नंबर बढ़ जाएंगे और मेरा काम सफर हो जाएगा. सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू adjust with the particular pressure at that particular time, because वो skills मेरे अंदर बचपन में डाले ही नहीं थे, या मैंने उन skills को inculcate नहीं किया था. We just as a parent we used to forget that कि बच्चे को अपना लाइफ, आगे का लाइफ अकेले लीड करना है. So it is really essential that हम उसको equip करें उन सारे soft skills and life skills के साथ. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा अगर मैथ और साइंस में उसके नंबर कम आ जाएंगे, लेकिन इससे बहुत बड़ा फर्क पड़ेगा इफ द चाइल्ड वोंट बी एबल टू सॉर्ट आउट हिज और हर लाइफ प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन देमसेल्व्स. लाइक उसको वो नजरिया चाहिए, वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग चाहिए, वो क्रिएटिव सॉल्यूशंस चाहिए, वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल चाहिए, वो स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट चाहिए, वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट चाहिए. सो एंड दीज थिंग्स, बिकॉज जब बच्चे फिर हॉस्टल में जाते हैं, बिकॉज ये तो मम्मी ने सिखाया नहीं था, तो फिर वो डबल सीटर रूम में और 3 सीटर रूम में उनको एडजस्ट करने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही है कि भाई ये तो मेरा स्पेस है, इस जगह तूने अपना टाल क्यों रखा, इस जगह तूने अपना स्टेशनरी क्यों रखा. सो दीज थिंग्स क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ हैसल. सो आई जनरली यूज टू रिक्वेस्ट पेरेंट्स कि प्लीज अपने बच्चे को मार्क्स की दौड़ में तो इतना मत डालिए. प्लीज train them as far as the life skills and soft skills are concerned. उनको टाइम मैनेजमेंट सिखाइए, उनको स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट सिखाइए, उनको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग सिखाइए, उनको इमोशनल बैलेंसिंग करना सिखाइए, उनको बताइए कि उनको अपने इमोशंस को देखने की जरूरत है. इट इज नॉट बैड टू फील एंग्री एट टाइम्स, बट इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दैट हाउ आई हैंडल माई एंगर, हाउ आई हैंडल माई इमोशन. It is really interesting, or it is really important to be good at interpersonal relations, because हर जगह पेरेंट्स साथ में नहीं चलेंगे, बाहर जाके उसको दोस्तों के साथ रहना है, अपने कलीग्स के साथ रहना है, और वही उसको at the time of the problem they are going to come and help the child out. So it is really essential कि उसका कम्युनिकेशन कितना इफेक्टिव है, क्या उसको पता है कि लोगों के साथ उसको कैसे बात करनी है, क्या बात करनी है, कितनी बात करनी है. So soft skills and life skills are really very important when we talk about the professional success, when we talk about the selection procedures, as well as when we talk about the personal life. So my opinion is that definitely it is really more essential than the hard skill. तो ठीक है, हार्ड स्किल में आप उसको कोर्स तो कराइए, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ इन चीजों पर ध्यान देना बहुत जरूरी है.
बहुत ही इलैबोरेट आपने एक्सप्लेन किया. दैट इज रियली वंडरफुल, एंड आई एग्री दैट अर्लियर यू स्टार्ट द बेटर इट इज. आप ये ना सोचें कि व्हेन योर चाइल्ड ग्रोज अप देन यू start or begin or start to teach him to be resilient, or start to teach him adaptability or the social skills or time management. tab nahi hoga. You have to start from the beginning, even when the children are small. As you said, let them choose their clothes, let them choose what they want to eat, what they want to watch. But yes, the most important thing that I want to highlight is what you also said, is their emotional regulation. They really need to understand how they need to regulate their emotions, and it definitely comes when they watch their parents doing it in a pattern. when they see that how their parents are managing it, how their parents are controlling their emotions, how well are they expressing it, and how well they are managing it. I think that that demonstration by the parents really helps a lot to the children, and they also somewhere or the other, learn those patterns and do that the same way they behave in their life. That is really interesting. So one, we are towards the closing of the session. So one very important question that I want to ask you is that our national education policy has come up with very interesting things, now that a lot of focus is going to be on the skill development, the vocational training. The children will have liberty to choose subjects that they really want to study, and subjects will be more practical based, practical oriented. They have also asked about, kind of field trip trainings where the children can go and have internship in the school days, work with a child wants to become maybe a lawyer or a doctor, go sit with the doctor, learn and see what are the challenges of that field and then come back. So what do you see? How do you see this national education policy coming into action and being beneficial to the children in their formative years, and also, in the years when they have to make decisions about choosing subjects and streams?
Definitely, yes. This national education policy is planning to bring revolution in the education system, or in the school education system, I should say. And the proposal is really very attractive, very good, and going to be really beneficial if it gets implemented soon in the exact spirit, the way has been made about. बिकॉज वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट इंडिया में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का एक बहुत बड़ा कारण, या अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का एक बहुत बड़ा रीजन, एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का यही है दैट वी आर लैकिंग द जॉब स्किल्स. हमारे यहाँ जॉब स्किल का गैप इतना ह्यूज है. लाइक UNICEF has given the data that India is going to have 54% of youth who are not going to be fit for the 21st century job skills. So we are like the entire system, we are more focused on getting the degree. We are more focused on just earning the degree कि ठीक है ये डिग्री मुझे मिल गई है and it is going to be the real sure shot for the success or for the job. But ऐसा नहीं है, because the survey conducted in 2018 has also elaborated on this point that हमारा job scenario बहुत weak है. And not because ki jobs nahi hai. The important point is that I need to make myself job ready. It is really essential that I should make myself job ready in terms of my hard skills as well as my soft skills and the core skills. But yes, agar wo school level pe hi shuru ho jayega, like going to be more vocational training, more liberal courses where the student is not having a limitation कि मुझे यही वाला सब्जेक्ट पढ़ना है या यही कॉम्बिनेशन पढ़ना है. Maybe the child is very much interested in studying physics with economics. Maybe the child is very much interested in studying sociology with mathematics. So this new education policy is going to give this opportunity to the students, as well as has also elaborated upon that class 3 onwards the coding skills will also be highlighted in the new curriculum. So definitely, because realizing that computers is going to be the need of the hour, और आने वाला time इस area में बहुत ज़्यादा demanding होगा, challenging होगा, and the students should develop these kinds of skills so that वर्क फ्रॉम होम ज्यादा आसान हो जाएगा और ज्यादा अच्छे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट हो पाएंगे. सो डेफिनेटली दिस अप्रोच इज रियली गुड फ्रॉम द नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसीज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, and planning to bridge that particular gap in the skill set and the degree. And hopefully let's see that the moment it gets implemented और इसके बाद कुछ साल हो जाएं तो पता चले कि एक लॉट जब मार्केट में आ जाए जॉब्स के लिए तो फिर पता चलेगा कि इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या है. बट यस, जितना देखने में आ रहा है, इट इज गोइंग टू बी रियली वेरी attractive and beneficial for the coming scenario and the job market. Yes.
Absolutely. And as you said, coding is going to be something very essential and it is going to be a part of life. But I also want to give this message to parents that coding is nothing but problem solving. So if you start training your children in problem solving in their day-to-day lives in different things, I think they will have an edge to understand coding in a better way. So don't go blindly with what is, in the market or what is going to happen. These skills will always be important. They will always, push your child to have an edge over other people, be it academics, be it, standing out at different streams, be it being a good professional. So you cannot that, the personal skill, the personal skills and the social skills, the emotional skills, I think those will never leave importance. In fact, emotional skills are going to become more important now with coding and so much of, digitalization around. The emotional skills are going to take a back seat, wherein now the role of the parents becomes more vast. The parent will have to understand that the child needs, even see post COVID, the way the education has come home and the schools have come home. I think it's become a challenge for parents to interact with their children and make them understand and take that roadmap ahead. So the parents will have to focus on these soft skills and the life skills to take them forward. And with this, can you also talk about the job trends that are going to be here post COVID? Yes, we have to wait and watch, but anything you have in mind on, is it going to impact the selection of streams and subjects also in near future?
Uh, yes, Vinita, definitely. Yes, post COVID, there is going to be a big shift as far as the job trends are concerned and the career opportunities are concerned, at least for the coming 5 to 10 years. Definitely, there will be a major impact. And what we could observe or we could foresee that it is going to, that will be the time more for the research oriented professions, particularly in the medical field, particularly in the healthcare sectors, particularly in the paramedical, particularly for the stress management, life management. So those aspects are going to be more flourishing. Of course, yes, medical to हमेशा से एक ऐसा वाला profession रहा है, and we know that India में practicing practitioners का medical practitioners का population के according बहुत कम ratio है. And definitely COVID has made it really for all of us to realize that healthcare sector is needed to be the most important to take care about. And इस area में बहुत सारे growth होगा, pharma industry में बहुत ज़्यादा researches आएंगी, and more researchers will be required, biomedical, bioinformatics, biotechnology, biochemistry, all these things which are basically research oriented jobs will be more there in as far as the science is concerned. Technical infrastructures like the infrastructure required for setting up the such type of infra where the medical checkups can be done and more digital technologies can be utilized for doing the assessments, and these kinds of things will be more highlighted. Pharma industry will also get the boom in this particular post COVID situation. एंड फिनेंस के सेक्शन में भी डिजिटल फाइनेंसिंग एंड इस तरीके की चीजों में बहुत ज्यादा बूम आएगा, जहां पर हमें घर पर बैठ के काम करने के अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा मिलेंगे. ऑफ कोर्स यस, ऐसे वाले जॉब्स या ऐसे वाले एस्पेक्ट्स जहां हमें फील्ड में जाना है, बाहर जाके काम करना है, उस तरीके के जॉब्स में एटलीस्ट फॉर द कमिंग फ्यू इयर्स देयर विल बी लाइक डाउनवर्ड ट्रेंड टू बी ऑब्जर्व. And we need to be very careful about because अब जो बच्चे क्लास 11 12 में जाएंगे उनको पास करते करते अभी और एटलीस्ट 5 to 7 years दे विल टेक. एंड जब उनका जॉब सिनेरियो स्टार्ट होगा उस टाइम के जॉब सिनेरियोज में बहुत सारे चेंजेस आएंगे. हो सकता है कि वर्क फ्रॉम होम वाले सिनेरियोज ज्यादा हो, एंड इस तरीके के जॉब जहां बाहर जाना है, फॉर एग्जांपल सिविल इंजीनियरिंग है या मार्केटिंग है या सर्वे जॉब्स हैं, उसमें डेफिनेटली कमी आएगी. फैशन इंडस्ट्री में थोड़ा स्लो डाउन आ सकता है बिकॉज घर में बैठ के रिक्वायरमेंट्स कम हो गई हैं, एंड मिक्स एंड मैच वाला सिचुएशन भी कम है, एंड यू आर मोर इंटरेस्टेड फॉर द कंफर्टेबल क्लोथिंग व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम. सो इस तरीके का सिनेरियो आया है. बट यस, फैशन एक ऐसा एरिया है जो कि बहुत क्रिएटिव है, एंड सूनर और लेटर अगेन इट विल ग्रो, या इसमें बूम आएगा. बट हाँ, अभी पोस्ट कोविड एटलीस्ट फॉर 5 6 years 7 years there is going to be a little slowdown in this particular situation. So again, I would like to advise or tell the parents that subject selection ke liye be aware, be careful about, just leave aside the job trends, make your child the job ready in terms of the aptitude, in terms of the skill set, in terms of the interest and the personality parameters. So अगर बच्चे के अंदर ये वाले क्वालिटीज हैं, उसके पास डिग्री सफिशिएंट है और उस डिग्री के स्किल्स हैं, then definitely there is not going to be the dearth of the job opportunities. Only important is the child should have those skill set which are required to be there in that particular scenario. So इस पर ज्यादा फोकस करने की जरूरत है कि मेरा बच्चा जो सीख रहा है उन चीजों का प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशंस कितना है. सो आई सी एवरी चाइल्ड इज गोइंग फॉर कि मुझे कंप्यूटर साइंस में ही कोर्स करना है, but how many of them are really able to enjoy this particular field? Everybody is going for कि मुझे क्लैट करना है, मुझे डिजाइन करना है, मुझे थोड़ा बहुत भी स्केचिंग करना आता है तो आई शुड गो फॉर द डिजाइन, बट आर दे रियली एबल टू क्वालिफाई फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब सिनेरियो जहां पर इतना कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन है? सो स्किल्स के साथ साथ पर्सनालिटी भी चाहिए कि मैं उस प्रेशर को ले पाऊं, मैं उस इंडस्ट्री में लंबे समय तक सरवाइव कर पाऊं, अपनी जगह बना पाऊं और अपने लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा कर पाऊं. अगेन अच्छे की डेफिनेशन बहुत डिफरेंट है. Being successful can be a money for somebody, can be a fame for another, can be a power for another. So I need to be aware about कि मुझे मेरे सक्सेस का पैरामीटर क्या है. So once I realize that, oh, I am very much power oriented, so why not to go and focus in those types of jobs like civil services है या administrative jobs है, go for that instead of going for the designing or going for the engineering where you are not going to get these kinds of opportunities. We see every year that इंजीनियरिंग के बाद भी लोग आईटी से इंजीनियरिंग करने के बाद भी सिविल सर्विसेज में बैठ रहे हैं, मेडिसिन करने के बाद भी लोग सिविल सर्विसेज में बैठ रहे हैं. मे बी दैट फोकस इज समवेयर मिसिंग एंड दे वर नॉट एंड ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसेस व्हेन दे आर डूइंग द प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन देन दे रियलाइज दैट नहीं नहीं मुझे इसमें जाना चाहिए था, मैंने गलत प्रोफेशन ले लिया. एंड एवरीबडी इज नॉट दैट लकी एज द चेतन भगत इज. He has taken the U-turn and has made himself such a successful youth icon as far as the writing skills are concerned. So it is really important that job trends jo bhi honge, whatever we have to guide the child that you pursue your passion, you pursue your aptitude, you pursue your interest and your hobbies, and definitely the success will come back to you.
Absolutely. And also, for the children who sometimes do not, a parent thinks that won't get into academics, isn't suited for 11th, 12th or the basic education, plethora that is there. I think we have so many options, so many vocational education options, so many polytechnic diploma courses, some ITI certificate courses, which are for technical as well as non-technical children. There are so many diploma courses that are available for the vocational training. So the thing, if the child is not studying, it doesn't stop there. You can opt for so many things. It is, I would wind up by that there is no good or bad stream as such, because there are so many opportunities in every field. One just needs to put all the efforts to make a successful career in whatever he can. So, we have to choose it wisely on the basis of parameters that you've so very well explained. And I think everybody will have a way to go forward. There's a very beautiful quote with which I would want to end. It's by Kelly L. Miller. So the quote is that it's okay to be successful in your own way, no matter what control freaks say. So actually, like you just defined, that success can be different for everybody. And nowadays we see very educated people going back to things like farming. Actually, they are going back to farming. So success is something that you yourself can define for you. Nobody else can do
Exactly.
that. So I think it's a very wonderful session where the inputs have been very beautiful. And I thank you on the behalf of all the participants who are here, who were here, and on behalf of Priceless Parenting. It was a wonderful session. Any last note that you would like to end it with? Please, you are most welcome for that.
Yes, Vinita, I would just like to conclude my today's discussion that most important aspect as a parent is that there should be a proper communication between the parent and the child. As a parent, I should convey the feeling that, yes, I'm with you, no matter what your grades are, no matter what your report card is, because whenever the moment we start evaluating the child as a parent on behalf of the report card, and from that moment onwards, the child starts hiding. So this process of hiding should not be there. and it is only possible once I have a proper communication, effective communication, and ऑब्जर्व द टैलेंट, बिकॉज आने वाला टाइम डिग्रीज का नहीं होगा, आने वाला टाइम टैलेंट का होगा. सो आज के टाइम में मिडियोकर बन के हमारे लिए पॉसिबिलिटीज बिल्कुल नहीं है. वट एवर आई चूज, आई शुड बी एक्सेलेंट इन दैट, आई शुड have those required skill, and continuous updation is also required. So आप कुछ भी चुने as a child, like just identify the passion, and each and every passion can be converted into a profession. And once the passion is converted into a profession, हमें काम करने की कभी जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती है. We really enjoy, हम टाइम भूल जाते हैं, हम थकान भूल जाते हैं. It is only that just help your child in identifying the passion, help your child in identifying the strengths and weaknesses. किसी साइकोलॉजिस्ट की मदद लीजिए, उसका सॉर्ट एनालिसिस करिए, देखिए कि वो व्हाट ही और शी इज गुड एट. इतने सारे ऑफ बीट करियर्स हैं, इतने सारे ट्रेडिशनल करियर्स हैं, more than 4,400 plus career opportunities are available. So only important is I need to find out what is best suited for me, what is tailored for me. So with this, I would like to conclude that be the guide, mentor, as well as the friend for your child, and help them in finding out their road to success.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much. And one last note that I would want to give is start training your children to accept failures from the beginning. We all are in the habit of, celebrating their successes, but start celebrating the journey. Start enjoying what they are doing, what efforts they are making to reach that destination. Don't just enjoy the, accomplishments. And also if they fall down, as you very well said, be there. They should know that even if I fall down, my parent is there, somebody is there. And even if I fall down, nothing will go wrong. I can anytime take a twist and a turn and go, I can find another way. So that confidence will only come if the parent will start doing that from very early years of the child, that yes, it is okay. Do your best, give your best, but even if you fail, it is okay. We are with you. And even if you fail, tell them stories, tell them real life examples where people have failed and still they have found better ways and have been successful after that. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Ritu. It was a wonderful session. You gave beautiful and very elaborate insights. We have exceeded the time limit, but yes, since it was so impactful and it was so relevant for everybody who was attending, so I did not hamper you. I did not, obstruct you in between. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinita. Pleasure all mine. So that we got an opportunity to interact. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope people have had good takeaways from today's session. Thank you all. And the next session is going to be on choosing armed forces as a career option. So probably it will be not on this Saturday, the next Saturday, but I'll give you the invites on time. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night. Good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.